We do like a little bit of a slide. It's like you've cooked.
You never know. Maybe for like a Valentine's or something.
Spice things up, you know.
Don't forget this is going on the internet.
Hello and welcome back to Live to Move vlog. We joined again with the co-founder Candice Schafer and Leon Star G. Today we are going to chat about different dance styles. Always good for dancers to be diverse, and the easiest way to do that is to try different styles.
So tell us what you decided to try.
I first decided to try pole dancing.
Okay.
I've seen a few things about pole dancing. There's like someone that we used to go to school with, and she does some pole dancing and she puts up some videos, and I was like, it looks really cool. And then my friend was like, oh, I do pole dancing classes. And I was like, okay, let me come with you and try. Ow.
Oh yeah. Like
I have heard that
holding
it's I have heard it's really, really good for strength. That's a very different kind of strength.
Don't you have to like use a lot of chalk and stuff so that you don't get like chafe, like rat?
Yes.
Because that pole, like, it burns if you slide. Like, if you do like a little bit of a slide, it's like you've cooked.
And like as a ballet dancer, like I think that I'm strong, like in ballet and contemporary. Especially my legs. Like I do feel like I have strong legs. Wow, but gripping a pole with your leg is it's something else.
Yeah.
And just let go.
It's something else.
Let go. Just hang. Like, yeah. What happened? What was your first move?
So first you have to learn like how to grip the pole. So you start just like by holding the pole, and then you learn how to like wrap your leg around. So you've really got to get like into the knee joint. I know I'm using my arm. Okay, but just imagine my elbow is my knee. Okay. So you're gonna like wrap the knee like around the pole. So you're using quite a lot of hamstring because of like the way that it's bending. So it's quite a hamstring workout.
Which is actually
As you said,
essential for a ballet dancer, because you do still need that hamstring strength. It actually probably would help you with the styles you know already.
yes, I do think it would definitely be helpful because it's a different way of using the same muscles. Maybe a weird way to say that, but yeah. And as you say, Leon, like chalk, had to have chalk.
Okay, so they use chalk. Okay. I was just
otherwise you stick.
I was just assuming they use chalk.
Good assumption.
Okay.
Good assumption. Because yes, you do use chalk, but you can get like two styles of chalk. So there's like the chalk that the like rock climbers use, and it's quite like powdery. And then you get like a chalk that you sort of like roll on.
So a bit more like the chalk on a pool cue. When you chalk the top of the pool
kind of.
cue.
Okay.
Kind of like that. So then you just like rub it on kind of thing. And that's a little bit more sticky.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you slide down
the
the
rock
pole.
climbing chalk.
Yes, so they had some at the studio. It was the rock climbing chalk. And then my friend had the like roll on, more sticky one. But I left with bruises.
Okay. Welcome to pole dancing.
Welcome.
Well, I guess breakdancing is the same. Like the floor is your teacher, and in your case, the pole was the teacher.
But how interesting is it as well, trying these different styles, seeing the different products? that each style needs. So yours needs chalk, his needs a helmet for a head spin. Contemporary, we used to have those little foot undies, and that's what they call
Foot paws.
foot paws.
Foot
Yeah.
paws.
When they first came out, we didn't really know what they were called. So that's what we named them. But isn't that amazing how there's all these different things?
Yeah.
Okay. So should we watch the pole dancing
Yeah.
video?
You can do it. Yes. Okay, straight knees.
Sure, Kim.
Yes. And then sit on the pole, lower your
This is
hands
your
a little
first
bit.
class.
Yes.
Jeez.
Good job. Nice.
That was great.
Okay, slow it down. Good job.
The ballet legs help.
I'm very impressed by that. So I think, yes, you felt the strength
That
you
was
needed,
good.
but
That
it
was
was really
pretty-
good.
Yeah, you
I
had
think
the
you
good
had the
line.
strength.
Like, I think people are going to spend most of the class getting their arms straight. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
your lines were good. So
You're starting from an advantage point already because you know how to move your body. But it's just adapting that advantage to what skills you need now. Oh, that's cool. I'm
it's like
impressed.
freezes. You went from freeze 1 to freeze 2
While
to
spinning.
freeze 3. Yeah, well, like that's cool.
Was it fun?
It was so much fun. Like I was kind of scared before, but it was actually really fun. It was a hour and a half class, and like obviously you first start with like a warm up, get the body ready, and then it was like she taught each section individually, and then we put it together, and then in the last like 10 minutes she took a video of each person.
That's
Nice.
so nice.
Good.
Yeah, and I was pretty proud of myself. I think I picked up quite quickly.
I mean,
It was just for me like figuring out where to grab and like which muscles like sort of to, because then she was like, get your foot closer to like get your foot closer to your bottom.
yeah,
And
that's how you engage
then
them.
I was like, oh, I need to engage more of the hamstring. So I woke up the top part of the hamstring a bit there.
And what about, because you're trying this in a different country, so what about the language barrier? Was it hard to understand?
Thank goodness, like she speaks a bit of English. So she was able to help me, but then also like just touch and her just coming and like physically moving me and directing me.
Okay, yeah, quite a cool thing to have at our disposal. But you tried another style, hey?
I did.
And what was it?
I went with all these sexy styles. So I tried burlesque.
Okay. It's quite showy.
It is quite showy. I think for me it was a lot easier than the pole dancing. I've done jazz and like blues jazz and those kind of styles, and of course like burlesque is
Similar.
not far off.
Yeah. It's just maybe more evocative, if that's a word I could use.
It's coyote ugly.
So the idea is that I went to the class and it was quite close to Chinese New Year, and this year is the year of the rabbit.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Happy Easter.
the dance is so the dance is kind of about bunny rabbits. So we're like little bunnies.
Okay.
I could see how that could be appropriate for burlesque.
So this teacher, she's not Chinese. She's also an expat. She's actually Russian.
Okay. That's cool.
I met her. I went skiing. Just a roundabout story. I went skiing, and she was part of the group that I went skiing with. And she was actually like helping us with skiing and like teaching us little things and stuff because it was also my first time skiing. Yeah, I'm just trying new things, different things. Why not? And then we were talking, and my friend that I did the pole dancing class with was there. And she was like, oh yeah, we did this pole dancing class, and we started chatting about it. And then she was like, oh, well, I teach burlesque. You should come to my burlesque class. And I had some time, and we were like, okay. So we went to the burlesque class. So that was fun.
Okay.
I'm sorry, roundabout story about how I got to the burlesque class through skiing.
Well, it is actually quite true that you meet, you know what I mean? This is how you get into these things. You meet these people in the most random of ways, and
Word of
That's-
mouth
yeah.
is powerful.
yeah.
It is really
Word
powerful.
of mouth marketing 101.
Yeah, and then as soon as you say to someone that you do like some form of dancing, it's like, oh, I also do dancing. And then it just like bonds you.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Culture.
So you said it was easier than trying the pole dancing. Like, would you go back for a few more classes? Like, which one would you choose?
So yeah, the burlesque was easier because it was steps that I've done before.
Mm.
You know, turns, little hops.
Just with maybe a different emphasis on something, or like, yeah, to make it sexy.
Yes.
Okay.
Like maybe a slightly different rhythm, like you say, a different emphasis on maybe a body part. But it was all steps that like I know and I've like done before. Whereas the burlesque is like completely new.
The pole dancing.
So I think, sorry, I said the wrong thing. Yeah, the pole dancing is completely new. My bad. So I think I would probably go towards the pole dancing because it's something that is different and would require like more effort.
Okay, yeah. And you feel like you could learn more from it, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
learn more, learn something quite different. Because like of course the burlesque is different. I haven't done burlesque before, but like I say, it's a little bit more like jazzy, and I've done jazzy movements before. And then the pole dancing was like completely new. Yes, I have the strength in my body to sort of pull off the movements, but like learning how to grab and how to use a pole as a prop, being comfortable spinning while moving and doing different like positions and stuff. Like I was spinning really slowly. She was like, you could spin faster, and I was like, no.
It's very
So-
different spinning like that versus spinning in a turn in the styles that we know, because you have something to spot. This, I don't think you're really spotting. are
I've
you?
just seen so many videos where I think they've swung too much. And then
danger.
okay.
I think like with spinning in other forms of dance is that you're spinning on your leg or you're spinning on your head, like you're spinning on your on a part of your body. Whereas this is an external thing spinning. So it's kind of like,
What is those things called? Those round merry-go-round? No, like a park merry-go-round where you sitting on it and you spin it and then you have to like hang because now you're spinning so fast.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it is a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Or
Something like that.
I'll have to do some research.
The UFO
Google it
park.
quickly. All those like rides that you go to, like, you know, at a theme park
Yeah.
And then you like sit in the teacup or whatever and it spins and
Mm.
then the whole thing turns and
It's a different sensation, yeah.
But it's the same, I guess. Like kind of now you've got the pole and you're kind of swinging and
Yeah. You gotta get used
yeah,
to it.
and like trying to move. So it's like
yeah.
it also requires grip strength, which I don't think I have a lot of grip strength.
Okay.
Because in other forms of dancing, like I don't have to
Yeah.
grab and hold on to something. Like, yes, maybe use a prop or whatever, but you don't like grip.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to like time yourself and see how long you can like hang. How long would an actual performance be? How long can you actually hold it down?
So I think just like from a side of like wanting to like better myself almost, I would go with the pole dancing because as you said, like I could learn a little bit more but the burlesque is really fun. So it'd be nice to like just pop into classes randomly and just do different because there's also different styles of burlesque.
Yeah.
You can be more subtle, you can be more sexy, you can, there's also like striptease burlesque. Didn't try that.
Never know.
But you never know. Maybe for like a Valentine's or something.
Spice things up,
Don't forget this going on the internet.
But yeah, I won't be able to put that one on the internet. So,
Yeah.
so let's watch this one.
Yeah.
Let's see what you guys think.
Happening right now.
It makes me think of, because the bunny situation makes me think of House Bunny, the movie.
House Bunny, that's funny.
Now, classic burlesque steps. And like you say, steps that you would have done before.
And I've also danced in heels before. But I guess that's could be challenging as well.
But it looks fun. It looks like it's definitely like a show. Like you're gonna go do a performance or something. Then it's fun. And then a solo, that'll be difficult. You don't have the team there behind you.
Yeah, and this was definitely like focused on the team. It was like the little hits and the slide down, and you needed somebody to do it with.
Yeah. That was so cool.
It was really nice, and the group of girls were really fun and
Quite cool because you was a team and yeah, makes it a bit more fun.
some of the ladies in that group, they actually did do the routine for a show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It does remind me a little bit of, like you said, we've done jazz and that before.
Yeah, like blues jazz has that same like sexy, seductive style, which we've done before. We did quite a bit at the National School of the Arts, so
Yeah.
I think that's why it felt familiar to me.
Yeah.
But it was loads of fun. I would do it again. I would do both again.
No, for sure. But I feel like it was a good introductory, like routine or just the timing of that dance. Like it was still like in the works, whereas I think you'd prefer something that's like crazy, hard choreography. maybe. I don't know. Something that's
Yeah, maybe if I
timed a
try
little
like a
bit
harder.
faster.
Yeah, so that's also an interesting aspect of trying these new styles is who else is in your class with you. Because we're all dancers, we learn a little bit faster. So we would want something maybe more challenging.
Maybe.
That also makes the experience interesting because then, yeah, would you go back? Do you feel challenged? Do you not?
So
Yeah.
if the burlesque class was a bit more challenging, what would it have made the option between pole dancing and burlesque a bit more difficult to decide which one you prefer?
Good question. Yeah, I think maybe if I joined like a slightly more advanced class, I would have found it more difficult. And then, as soon as something's, I don't know if it's just in us dancers that like when something's difficult, we actually gravitate towards it.
Yes, we do.
It's like we want to do that. I think it's like because as you like getting older, you learn harder steps and you progress, and then you see other people doing steps. And you're like, I want to do that, and so I think it's just the culture of dance that you're always wanting that
Definitely.
step up.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. So probably, and maybe if I got like quite high heels, like maybe if I got a higher heel, I've always danced like a 2.5-inch heel. Maybe if I went like a 3.5-inch heel, it would be.
Yeah.
Then you got to be careful because you could roll an ankle really easy.
Yeah.
So that would also add to the level.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what dance style would you try next?
I kind of want to try Indian because they do like really awesome things with their hands.
Like
So I
Bollywood
think that would be,
style.
yeah, like Bollywood. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had a lovely time watching us talk about our random styles of dancing.
Like, subscribe, tell a friend, comment.
Yes.
You heard him. That's exactly what we need you to do.